Hi, my name is Matthew and I work for Inspired Heights, and what we do is renovate, repair, and build church steeples. And so today I was just going to kind of go through what tools I use in my tool bag, what I have. And due to the fact that we work at Heights, some of the stuff I have is specifically for that. But first off are my snips. These are a Milwaukee brand snip, and I don't always carry these, but I've been carrying them because we've been doing metal work on the steeple. So I have a pair of these, real nice, work real well, cut nicely. These are a right hand snip, so very good tool. Again, an awl, use this again for metal. When we have to send the metal up on a hand line, it's nice for the guys if I can punch the hole so they know where to put nails or screws, and it makes it easy, much easier to screw in the metal with that. Everybody has utility knife. I use it just DeWalt. Beat up a little, but good tool. You can put some blades in the back here. Works nice. Have my Milwaukee paint pencil, or paint marker, actually. Works real well in places that it's hard to mark on, and shows up real good, so I use that quite often. Keep a pencil over here, just a regular carpenter's pencil. My tape, I just actually got this tape. I used to use a Fat Max from Stanley for quite a bit, 30 foot, but it didn't, I mean, it fit okay in here, but it was quite a bit big, and I'd had it for quite some time, and it wasn't retracting very well. So I went with this Lufkin. It's a little bit easier to see, and it's been nice so far. I've only had it about 2 weeks, but so far so good. I have a blade here. This is, I'm not even sure, it's a Swedish. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Rocknil or something like that. Anyway, it's nice. It's you can use it as a chisel or a knife. It comes in a nice case here. So keep that right there in the tool belt. Painter's tool, just all around. I never know when you might need it. Again, I don't always carry this, but we're doing some painting now, so I have this stuck in the tool bag. Let's see. These out of here. Some snips, and these are just Bates choice. I don't know, just regular old snips, good for getting nails out, rolling them out, not causing any damage to the wood or anything, but nice pair. Always keep these. Have my Tajima chalk line. Always comes in handy for making straight cuts, long cuts, marking. So use that quite often. Have a digital measure. Use this a lot because up in the steeples, a lot of times we have to get heights and can't always climb up that high. So it's good for getting where you can't reach. I don't use it that often, but it does come in handy when I need it. But I always keep that in there. If I don't, I'll forget about it when I need it most. A lot of times we're up in the steeples, we don't have electricity, no light up there. I just keep this little flashlight. I got this free actually with, I bought some heated socks in the Foxelli outdoor gear. It came free with it, so nice little handy, small, nice little handy flashlight there. I keep some lead in here for my mechanical pencil that I have. Mainly I just keep them in here so I don't lose them. But every once in a while I have to switch leads depending on what we're doing. Those in there. And my hammer. Right now I just have a 15-ounce S-Wing hammer there. Not the best hammer in the world, but it works well, light. And then I keep it in this, you might notice that it's an Occidental tool bag. They don't come with this. Either you usually put your hammer here, or there's actually a back ring for the hammer. But I made this little pouch here, and I actually did a video on that too. Keep my hammer. It's nice. It's kind of like the Diamondback, the way they keep it. But I just did this a few days ago. It's been real nice to have that there. So that's the right side. Left side, just another carpenter's pencil, red lead on this one. Then I have my mechanical pencil, red lead in there now. This is just a cheap Chinese mechanical pencil I use, but works well. Has a little sharpener on the end there. Some pliers, always got to have some pliers. Irwin, vice grip, these are nice pliers. Use them quite often. It's good to have. My speed square, obviously use this all the time. This is a Swanson. Yeah, real nice for well, doing everything a speed square does, a lot of things. Again, because my guys work at heights, I'm on the ground. In order to see them, keep these Tesco binoculars. It's worked quite well, zoomed to 24 times, and nice and clear. Good, and they fit right in the pouch here. I have some string in here. Don't usually have that in there, but we were doing some round windows, and I was using them to mark up the round windows. So now this pouch, I'm hoping to someday move this, take this out and move these binoculars to the back or side here, because this pouch, it's very hard to get into this one, so I don't keep too much in there. Right now I just have some nails for nail gun in there, and then I keep my do-rag for my head. As you can see, I've not much hair, so when it's sunny out, keep from getting sunburn on my head. Or if it's cold, but not cold enough to wear a knit hat, I throw that on, so I always keep that in there. And in this bag, I usually keep my fasteners, whatever fastener we're using. I kind of keep quite a different blend of different fasteners just in case, whatever the guys might need. So whatever we're working on, if we have, like right now I have some sheet metal nails because we've been doing screws, we've been doing sheet metal, so there's a little bit of everything in there. Then this last pouch, I just keep some bits, drill bits, some driver bits. Right now I have a T25, regular Phillips in there, because these are the ones we've been using. The guy, you know, when they're up on the, see if they drop one or something, I have one for them to send up. And then in the back here, I have my Spec Ops nail puller. We run a mentorship program, so we work with a lot of guys that don't have much experience. So that always comes in handy, pulling out mistakes, nails, and things like that. Again, like I said, so I carry the Occidental bags. I have Occidental straps, which have been very nice so far. I've only had these for a few days, but very comfortable, very nice to wear. They don't cause too much strain on the shoulders, but keep my belt up. And then in here, usually on this side, I don't have it on there now, but this is where I keep my walkie. Keep it here. Like I said, guys are up high. We can't just talk back and forth. So I use the walkie. This is just a Midland. Keep that right here so I can easily talk back and forth with the guys and find out what they need or what I need them to do. This comes in handy. On the other side, I just keep a Milwaukee Sharpie Inkzol, Sharpie type pen. These are real nice for marking, and they can mark on wet surfaces, and it's nice to have. Keep that right there. And I don't have anything around the back at this point, just my straps here. And like I said, I took the loop off. I didn't like the loop in the back, especially when we're up in the steeple. I sit down quite a bit. I have to sit down, kneel down. I just didn't like the hammer back there. So I made this, and I'm gonna show you real quick on this, how I did this. Because I know a lot of people have, so all I did here is I took this is actually a holster for a drill driver. It's from Makita. I bought that, and I just put some blind posts, drilled through the bag. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to see in here. There's a couple of blind posts here, drilled through the bag, attached this, and that's where my hammer sits. And I wasn't sure, the Diamondback is kind of what they have, but they have a longer one you can buy for $32. This thing was $8. So bought that, gave it a shot. So far I've only had this about 4 days, but it's nice, it's been comfortable. At first I was a little bit worried that the bags might stick out too far, or that it would be uncomfortable, but so far so good. Yeah, works nice in there. So, yeah. Oh, I did forget one other thing. My level, which I keep in there. It's just an Empire level with a magnet on it. And keep that on this side of the tool belt. Let me make sure there was nothing else in there I'm forgetting. That's about it. So anyway, that's what I carry. Pretty much everyday carry, except for a few things I have in there extra, depending on the job we're doing. And especially when I'm going up on the ladders up into the steeples, I'll try to, take as much out, only what I need when I'm up there. I have been thinking about maybe a different tool bag setup for when I have to go up high, because we work in very cramped spaces. The only thing I would say I don't like about these is how much they stick out on the sides. So I've been looking at maybe some the Buckaroo bags. I know they're much thinner on the sides, and it might be easier to use those for going up and down. And then when I'm working on the ground, where it needs, I do really like these. Very comfortable. Yeah. So that's what's in my tool belt. Thanks.